Nothing quite works up an appetite like a good exorcism. Now, it's been a couple moons since I put out the last video, mainly because I've advanced in grade and now my daily practice has almost doubled, which leaves me very little time for other things. I've also taken on other work on top of it. And so I needed to get acclimated to the new practices so essentially I could do them in my sleep. And so that's where my focus has been as of late. Now, a side product of that has been a shift in attention towards ridding my space of negativity, both inside and out. I'm not going to go so far as to say that I was under attack. However, things had occurred and my health had suffered a hit, and I was having things happen, such as dark, splotchy marks appear on my body, and where the dermatologist even said, "Oh, I don't know what that is," which is something you don't want to hear from your doctor, is, "I don't know what that is. I can tell you what it's not, but as for what it is, I have no idea." And so it was time to break out the Uncrossing Ritual, which is well known within Hoodoo and Wiccan circles, however, not so much in ceremonial magic. However, having gone through it a couple times myself now, I would say that it is essential. It's absolutely essential. Now, I did the traditional 7-day uncrossing ritual, and by the 7th day, those dark splotchy marks on my skin, whoosh, gone, completely disappeared. You'd be surprised at the things that this one ritual can remove. And I've done a couple single-day uncrossings just for maintenance. Now, there's plenty of resources on the web on how to do an uncrossing. Essentially, it's just a bath and some candle magic. It's not that much different than a regular ritual bath that you may be familiar with already. Visualizing the negativity washing off of you. The main difference is you're going to need the correct herbs, especially hyssop. I made a tea with hyssop, rue, 5-finger grass, lemongrass. There's some basil in there, some pine needles, some blessed thistle. I boil up the tea for about 20 minutes, dump it into a hot bath, as hot as you can stand it. Light a pair of white candles that you step through into the bath, and then you read Psalms while you're in the mixture. Psalm 51. Purge me with hyssop, and I shall be clean. Wash me, and I shall be whiter than snow. That's the one you want. And also Psalm 37. And you're going to read those over and over and over. I would say at least 3 times each. Some say to do it 9. And while you're pouring the water over your head, once per each time you read it. For those of you with an aversion to the Bible, you may find other methods. This is the one that I went with. So you're in the bath, you're visualizing the negativity being washed off you, you're done. You get out of the bath. Some say to step out of the bath backwards through the white candles, whatever. But you're not supposed to towel dry, you're supposed to air dry. And you do all this before your candle ritual. So you step out of the bath, you're standing between the candles, you read the psalm, each psalm once again. You anoint yourself with uncrossing oil from the top down. Head, back and neck, chest, wrist, groin, if you need it. Sometimes the knees and the feet. Now you want to save part of the bath water for a floor wash. If not a full mopping, then at least a spritzing, but you should do a floor wash. In Hoodoo, they believe that negative energy and entities use the floor a lot, or on the floor. And if you know that in Hoodoo that the way they cast curses a lot of time is by throwing powder in the path of somebody, like some hot foot powder, that somebody will walk across and then be hexed because of it, you can understand why they're so adamant about washing the floors. And next you want to move on to your candle ritual, which you want to start either in the hour of Jupiter, the hour of the sun, or the hour of Venus at dawn, preferably the same day as the hour. So if you want to do one on the sun for your health, you want to do it on Sunday at dawn in the hour of the sun. So next you need your candles. You need 2 white candles, a purple candle, a black candle, and a color of your choice, from yellow being health, green being money, blue being luck and success, pink being love, etc., etc. You're going to anoint those candles with uncrossing oil. You're going to cover them in the herbs and roll them in the herbs that you used for your tea bath. You're probably going to want a 7-day glass encased vigil uncrossing candle if you're doing a 7-day ritual, which I recommend if it's your first time. You can use smaller candles for the other ones, but they'll need to be replaced daily at the same time, at the same hour. So if you start in the hour of the sun on the first day, the next day you're going to redo everything during the hour of the sun on the following day. So you're going to need your petition, your statement of intent and what you're trying to accomplish written down. You're going to need a picture of whoever you're trying to uncross. If that's yourself, then you get a picture of yourself. You have those in the middle of your altar. You do your ritual. You start with your banishings, and the purple candle goes in the middle, basically on top of your picture. And the 2 white candles are in either corner, the top corners of your altar. And then the other candles, the black candle and the colored candle, are to either side of the purple candle. You call to the spirits or whatever deities or the goddess or whoever you're working with. I like calling on my ancestors. I have an offering of wine in a chalice as payment for the services of uncrossing me. I state the purpose of each candle and what it represents as I'm lighting it. And then I read some psalms. And then I thank the spirits and I'm done. And then I walk out. And then the candles burn down. But you need to be careful, especially if you're doing a 7-day. It's not always easy to keep an eye on burning candles for 7 days. I've had a couple glass candle holders explode across the room, burning through my altar cloth and into the altar itself. So you need to be careful, because when things are drawing negativity, and especially meant to draw them into the candle, things can happen, or more likely to happen. So you need to keep an eye on those. And then after all that, you want to take the remaining bath wash that you saved, that you mopped and did the floor wash with, out to the crossroads at midnight. Ask the spirits to take the negativity away from you. Dump it over your shoulder, or underhanded if you got a bucket, to the east while you're facing west. Pour a little rum out as payment and offer them rum. Say, here, thank you, here, have some rum. Turn around, walk away, don't look back. And you need to do all of that every day for 7 days if you're doing a 7-day ritual. You're still going to want to do your own research. There are many variations. I do this traditional method. There may have been things I left out, such as carving your initials or name into the other candles. So look it up before you do it. And this is to help protect you from hexes, curses, in many ways, jinxes from our own negative thought patterns will cross you up. And this is a simple, effective remedy for that. And it's funny how, while I'm focused on all of this and ridding negativity from myself that is attached to myself, that my girlfriend goes out to a home show and signs up for a free air purifier thing, and then, which leads to an in-home demonstration of a rainbow vacuum, which we ended up buying. This is a $3,000 vacuum cleaner. I highly recommend them. These things are amazing. They're pulling dirt out that our little bagless Hoover couldn't even never touch. I'm pulling buckets of crud. I think the carpet looks clean, and I'm pulling buckets of crud out of this thing with this vacuum cleaner. It's amazing. But all the correspondences were there. You know, keeping the floors clean from negativity, you know, the floor wash with the bath water. I mean, you know, as within, so without. As I'm focused on ridding negativity from myself, the opportunity was put in front of us saying, hey, now you get to keep your environment. Look how much cleaner your environment's going to be now. Yes, it's $3,000. I know not everybody has $3,000, but, you know, cast for it. I mean, it's only $100 a month. Is it worth keeping your environment free of negativity? You know, you can do all the banishings and wards and all that, but if your environment is cluttered and filthy, then, you know, it's not really doing much because those things are around you anyway. You know, they're just, you know, hanging back maybe a little bit, but they're still there. I mean, I don't know, is $100 a month worth keeping your space free of negativity as much as possible? You know, that's a judgment call. But to me, it was like a no-brainer. And things started happening when I started freeing stuff up, you know, from pulling buckets of crud out of the carpets that I assumed were clean. I look clean. But, you know, I get disembodied hissing in the garage. It's like the only dirty place left, you know. It's just like that Ghost Adventures episode not that long ago with the New Orleans voodoo priestess house. That one of them came around the corner, I think it was Nick, and there's that disembodied hissing. Yeah, that happened in the garage. My cats were nowhere near along. I just laughed because it sounded like a cat, you know, but it was like my cats weren't in the garage with me, and it was like right there, you know. So, but, you know, that's the only room I really got to tidy up. Things don't want to go. They will not want to go. They'll give you a hard time. A lot of times, that's where the uncrossing helps break that crap up. So, anyway, it looks like I'm running out of time. I just wanted to share that, let you know what was going on. But, yeah, I mean, in the house, just from getting that $3,000 vacuum cleaner, that rainbow vac, every room just got brighter. You know, it's amazing. So, anyway, check that out. I got more coming along the way, but I wanted to get this out because I haven't done a video in a while, and I will see you next time. Take care.